Alright, questions and answers for today. I'm going to try to move through this pretty quickly because this camcorder goes dead on me. Its battery's a bit limited and we don't need to talk forever. So I'm going to go through these questions quickly. If you guys want any more depth on any of them, hit me up and we'll go further, okay? And if I miss any questions that somebody's posted, post it again. I'm not avoiding you. I don't understand how to navigate YouTube all that well, to be honest. It's pretty new to me. Having my own channel, so sometimes I miss things, so just post it again until I see it. I would like to answer you, okay, no matter what it's about. Alright, here we go. Nick Craw, what's your opinion on the consumption of ground up organic eggshells in order to obtain a wide variety of minerals like calcium, magnesium, zinc, etc., which are present in absorbable forms within eggshells? Let's see, I remember doing this in the past. I would put eggs in a blender with the shell and drink it. I'm not an expert on the subject. If I was going to do that, I would make sure that the eggs were organic. You might want to clean the shells first because you don't know what's on them. You might want to look into using apple cider vinegar to help break down the minerals better. Those are things that come off the top of my head. Do a little research on that, but also probably make sure you mix it with something so it's not too much concentrated eggshell just scraping your gut, you know what I mean? Like dilute it with some other food. Those are my thoughts off the top of my head, but I'm no expert on it. It's a cool question though. But yeah, look into apple cider vinegar potentially to help break down the minerals and make them more absorbable. Okay, and thanks for your question. CN, thoughts on pull-ups versus chin-ups for building lats? They're both great. All variations of pull-ups and chin-ups are great for lats. They'll hit a little different area of the lat. What I would do, what I have done, is I'll do like 30 sets of one grip and see where I'm most sore. Then I'll know which part of the lats that version hits the hardest for me. The next time I do it, I'll do a totally different grip. But they all work. Some add more thickness, some add more width. For me, wide grip pull-ups maybe hit the upper part of the lat. Narrow grip underhand, maybe the lower part. Look up both my videos on feline pull-ups. Those add depth to your lats. It's a really cool variation. It's fun. Check it out. Thanks for your question. Okay, Zarif Akhtab. This is a cool take on chest flies. I feel upper chest contraction even without weights. He's talking about the nether chest shrug. Just a heads up, a while back, Athlean X made a video called Chest Workout, Work Upper and Inner Chest with one dumbbell or something along those lines. He pretty much did the same thing but with dumbbells. Okay, not discrediting you, your version allows for more overload since it's more weight on a barbell, but just another variation to look at. Great work. Cool, man. Good to know. I love that site, Athlean X. Tons of good information over there, correcting imbalances, and all kinds of cool stuff. Anybody should check that out. High-level professional, Jeff, over at Athlean X. Very cool. And he does have a lot of creative exercises and workouts for a lot of different goals. Medrig 1983. If you're truly natty, fuck! You just made me very happy for the potential one has without roids. I guess I shouldn't yell words like that in front of my kids. Yeah, man, the potential, the more you get out of the herd and into your own zone, the more you can envision what you choose to believe and what you choose to build. And it gets easier to do the less you listen to other people's limiting beliefs about it. Great things are possible. Now, don't compare yourself to somebody's gains who's taking steroids because they're going to get bigger faster. But remember, a few pounds of muscle in the right place looks amazing. Look at your personal sculpture and decide, what you're most passionate about, adding something here, adding something there, and enjoy your own journey and don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Other people's beliefs are more limiting on this planet in most cases than they are uplifting. So tap more into your capacity, what you're capable of, and only you can decide what the limits are there, okay? Only you should decide that, if there are any limits. That's up to you. Medrick 1980. Okay, way to grow forearms, stubborn muscles. Yes, for any stubborn area, I would recommend nucleus overload training. Google it. There's some real good YouTube minds out there describing that and explaining it, and they do a really good job, so I don't even need to talk about that. Nucleus overload training for a stubborn area. It's a very wise thing to do. Check it out. And thanks for your questions. How to deal with people and friends that are putting you down in an annoying effort to try to intimidate you. Well, if it's a situation where you're stuck with them, that's one thing. But if you have any choice in the matter, lone wolf it, man. Go. If you're outgrowing your friends, just go in your own path, and you'll end up attracting new friends that are closer to where you're at. Yeah. And but if you're stuck in the environment, let me know more specifically what you mean. Like if you're actually being bullied, that's a whole different thing. I would have a whole different type of advice for you on that. But if it's just the people around you are annoying and whatever, spend more time doing your own thing. Don't be limited by useless, petty herd dramas, you know. There's more creative, better things for you to do with your time. Matt Horwitz. I'm really interested in the topic astral projection. I haven't done it yet. Can you make more videos explaining how to work towards that? Yeah, there's a lot of good information out there by a lot of people explaining techniques to do it. That helped me a little bit because it helped me understand what was going on. My whole life I would wake up in a body that was still asleep and paralyzed, and I'd be laying there going, what the hell's going on? And you know, I would notice things moving around me and so forth. In the scientific community, I think they call that night terrors. But anyway, I learned that for me, that's the easiest place to astral project from. I can get right out of my body at that point and go on awesome adventures. So, yeah, we can go further down the rabbit hole on that one if you want to talk about it more. For sure, man. Keep hitting me up with specific questions. Also, if you learn to lucid dream, once you become lucid in a dream, you can astral project straight from there. That's another hack that I like to use that works well for me. So let me know what you think about that. Good questions. And I'm seeing the videos you're looking at. You're checking out a lot of the metaphysical stuff. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad that you can be open-minded and open-hearted to that stuff too. There's no reason why a person can't have a strong body and an open mind and an open heart all at the same time. I believe that actually those things serve each other. They make you more expansive overall. So anyway, thanks, man. Let's keep it coming. Metsumatsu, could you elaborate on the training style, rep scheme, distribution of exercises throughout the month, etc.? Loving your content, digging the mental, spiritual aspect. Awesome, man. I'm glad. Another open-minded, open-hearted person, You'll get more out of this channel that way. There's a lot, depending on what you're open to. Check out the video I did yesterday or the day before. Right brain training cycle. It's me explaining how I move through the muscle groups on my body and how it's always changing. Watch that video and then let me know what you think if you have more specific questions, okay? And thank you. Christos TVable, how much? Okay, that's on the name this lift please. Guys, check out my name this lift please video. Post your ideas for names because we're going to name that lift together. I think when you're saying how much, you're saying how much weight. At the time I didn't write it down. I didn't mark it. It's all my weights that I had, looks like. So somewhere between 11 and, honestly, man, it could be anywhere from 11 to 1,400 pounds at the top of that lift. I'm not even sure. I'll do it again one of these days and we'll weigh everything up and I'll have a person on my back and we'll do a full-on circus attraction out of it, make it something really spectacular, alright? Thank you. Olafson, tried this with cables, it worked well. Nether row. You tried the nether row with cables. There's not going to be enough cables and I can't grab the end of the bar with enough weight. I use weight straps to wrap around the end of the thick barbell several times so that I can pull incredible amounts of weight. Let me know if you have access to a strap and you can try that. That should solve your problem. That's the way I do it. If not, let me know what the parameters are, what you're working with, and then we'll troubleshoot and we'll find a different way to do it if necessary, okay? But that's what I do. Thank you, Olaf, the Lost Viking. Do you recommend doing chin-ups with not perfect form instead of perfect form? No. I'm one of these guys that I'm not an either-or kind of a guy. I'm an all kind of a guy. So in my training, I find a place for heavy-ass overload with imperfect form to build mass and strength and structural integrity and nervous system power. And I also find a place to do higher reps and better volume with really good form on the same exercises, okay? I believe it's all important. I believe all these things serve each other. They should not be one against the other. It should be, how do we put all these components together into the most harmonious, expansive way of doing it, okay? So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Good question, and thank you. Sean East, great content. I tried the nether row, my gym yesterday. It seems like a useless exercise because you're just moving your back. But this morning my upper back, lower back, and for the first time my middle back are sore. Exactly. It probably felt like a useless exercise because you're used to doing rows with your arms. You're used to all that arm movement. But the thing is, your arms and shoulders are carrying a lot of that weight when you do that. When you do it this way, your arms and shoulders don't steal any of the weight from the middle back area. And you can go heavier when your arms and shoulders are out of the way. As you learn to do this exercise, you know, I've gotten to where I rep 7 plates, you know, just boom, boom, digging in deep. And the best part is at the bottom of the rep to let it stretch deep into the muscles, okay? You're not going to be repping 7 plates on a row, you know. You might be able to throw it for 1 rep if you're super beast, but you're not going to rep it. You're not going to be able to body build effectively with that. But with this exercise, you can. Okay, where are we at here? So anyway, good job, man. You discovered that. Go look in a double mirror at all the areas that sore in your back and just picture getting thicker, because that's what you can do with this. Thanks for the feedback, guys. And thanks for trying these things. They're meant to benefit you. It's new weapons in your arsenal that a lot of other people just don't have for building certain muscles, okay? Music sound. Do you do any direct forearm training? I haven't for a while, but I have done so before. I'm getting enough questions about forearms. One of these days I'll construct a creative forearm workout for you guys that'll be a little different than what you're used to for forearm workouts, just so you have another type of forearm workout you can throw into your rotation somewhere to get some results. Whoa. Quasar. Saw my weighted chin-ups with 300 extra pounds strapped to me. Yeah, that's a 500, and he said, what the fuck? My kids are here. Yeah, exactly. I believe in being able to do real world things that matter, like if you're hanging from a cliff or off the edge of a building or a tree, or you need to climb something, not only could you save your own life with extreme pull-up and chin-up strength, I could have somebody grab onto my back and just wrap around my neck and wrap their legs around my body, and I could climb both of us out of there to save our lives. To me, that kind of stuff's really important. That's why I work with extreme overload, you know, weighted pull-up, chin-ups, for example. And it builds mass. It builds great back mass, bicep mass, forearm mass, rear deltoid mass, okay? Core strength. It's just, you get a lot. You get a lot for that. Lone Wolf, OLF666. I listened and read Dr. Jason Fung a lot of others on intermittent fasting. I got my parents off all their medications, not type 2 diabetic anymore, and definitely watch the foods they consume. That's what it's all about, man. Somebody with the wits and the courage to step up and apply something to actually help people heal from these incurable diseases. I can't tell you how much I appreciate, respect, and love you for being someone who would do that in a world where everybody tells you not to. That is awesome, man. Intermittent fasting has helped me build muscle faster and recover at an insane rate. I have more focus, and the information I'm able to retain is amazing. No more brain fog. Yes! It's not just physical benefits, it's mental, definitely. It's not just for muscle development and body composition. It helps with learning and mental capabilities. Absolutely, it does. I'm glad you're enjoying that as well. I'm slowly working my way through. Keep putting it out. Alex is right. It's not the big channels that offer the value. It's the men like yourself, toiling away for years in a home dungeon. Well, man, I got nothing but respect and appreciation for Alex. Even before I knew I was even going to do a YouTube channel, I had noticed his and picked up on a lot of things I respect about that guy. His passion, his intelligence, his courage, his being comfortable with himself and doing what he wants to do instead of following some other crowd. And the list goes on. But anyway, for him to send some attention over here and to spring my channel to life because he believes in some of what he's seeing over here, just another example of what, that's a real man. And I understand why so many people have so much good to say about him. How could you not? So anyway, thank you and thank Alex. And one more point to add. Homeschooling your children is very noble and I wish your family the best. Oh, and music selection reminds me of your teen years. Amon Amarth was your go-to. Well, thank you for all of that, my friend, and the experience of spending that quality time with my kids is priceless. It really is, and I'm grateful to have that in my life, to have that going on. Olaf Olafsson, any advice on healing injuries and stress? And stress and spirituality have a role in it? Absolutely. I hurt 2 fingers. They're not healing well. Seems like they're getting worse. I can't rack pull right now, and it's making me sad. My motivation's going down. I could train legs all day long, but it's not as fun, and lifting should be fun. Yeah, absolutely. It's okay to be discouraged. It's going to happen sometimes. I'm not going to sit here and say, don't be discouraged. We all get discouraged. We all get frustrated. We all get pissed off. Life causes you to feel emotions. It's okay to be discouraged. Hang in there. You're going to heal. You're going to get back to rack pulls, definitely. Stress and spirituality and healing, absolutely. Humans in this world, for the most part, are running on one side of their nervous system all the time. It's yin and yang. You got everybody stuck on yang. Action and activity and thinking and struggling and survival mode. And it definitely slows down the healing process. If you can shift through spiritual practices like meditation or whatever it is, if you can shift into that other mode, you'll have all sorts of perceptions and understandings that you didn't have before, and mystical experiences, and also your body will heal much faster and better, okay? The whole nervous system, hormones, what's being created, what's being done shifts into a whole different mode, equal and opposite, and everything gets built back up and repaired from all this running around and doing we're doing all the time, okay? We can get deeper into that if you want to talk about it more. Let me know. It's a really important and powerful subject to learn about yourself through. So thank you. Lone Wolf, crazy shit, you're talking about the no dumbbells, no problem. Yeah, lifting heavy stuff, lifting barbells with your shoulders and stuff, yeah. Creativity and strength, my friend. May the force be with you. Louis Revolver, I was doing bent over rows to grow my back. It didn't respond well, but my back responds well to pull-ups and chin-ups. Well, that's awesome, man. Develop that passion for pull-ups and chin-ups. Unlike all these people that only have a passion for bench pressing. What do you bench? What do you bench? What do you bench? What do you bench? Who cares what you bench? The more you focus on your bench, the more you're going to end up like this and get injuries just from lifting little bags of groceries out of a shopping cart because your posture's so bad. You'll never go wrong doing too many pull-ups and chin-ups. It'll never mess up your body. It'll make your back look awesome. It'll give you better arms. It'll give you a better core. And it'll make you more functional in the real world with real-world strength. It'll never do you wrong. So that's awesome. Go for it, man. Can't wait to try this today, says Ross about the nether rows. Go for it, Ross. Dig deep into your middle back like nothing else can. And start building those Rocky Mountains back there, man. You can do that. You absolutely can. Take this secret weapon and roll with it. Let me know if you need any troubleshooting on the lift. We can keep, tuning it until you really get in a groove with it. And then you can go heavy and it gets really special. This made me think a few things. So, okay, you're talking about my lion beings, my feline beings video. Awesome. Several ancient ice sculptures of humanoid lion men have been found. made by Homo sapiens. You're listing some of the names I can't pronounce here of where some of these sculptures have been found. Shamanism was standard in these cultures, and maybe these shamans saw the same things you've seen. Absolutely. This is why at this point, guys, I almost don't ever read any books or watch anything. Everything that comes through me is through actual experience at this point. That may sound weird. If you want to go deeper down this rabbit hole, man, let's do it. But yes, if you're curious, these beings are real. There's a whole lot of types of beings that have worked with humanity for a long time. And the more you're open to it, the more there is to become aware of and even experience. Okay? However, none of these beings make people witness them or experience them who don't want it or aren't ready for it. That's kind of how this works. We're talking about intelligent life forms that interact with humanity at the level that humanity is currently ready for, which is a pretty individual thing. And if you're on the path of opening up more to this stuff, then, let me know. That's a rabbit hole I'm way down in, if you'd like to join me. It's quite an adventure, to say the least. Enough said. Throughout history, there's been many... Okay, this is still your post. There's been many people who identified with animals and were known for being able to enter a trance-like fury in battle, like the berserkers, the Viking berserkers. Absolutely. Yeah. And the leopard men in Africa and wolf people, etc. If you want to read more about it, here's a link. Trust me, it's a good link. I'll check that out. Thank you. Yeah, awesome subject. Let me know if you want to go further with that one. Some very, very interesting stuff that I have a lot of passion for that I'd be willing to share with you if you're into it. Mason Jones, is lemon water okay while fasting using intermittent fasting? Yeah, man, not only is that okay, I think that's a great idea. The best time to use lemon water is while you're fasting. It's going to do the most to clean and alkalize and hydrate you, so that's great. And look, if you look around the internet, there's going to be people who, if you're intermittent fasting, that's not intermittent fasting, that doesn't count, because then, look, that's a name game. Personally, I don't have rules, name games, or anything, I don't care. The whole point of intermittent fasting is not to be a part of some religion, it's to benefit your mind and body, right? So if you find something else that during those hours you're fasting adds to the benefit that you're getting in your mind and body, absolutely use it. And who cares what somebody else wants to call that or label it? This world's all cut up in labels and categories and judgments against everything. That's why nobody's getting anywhere. Absolutely, man. Experiment with that, see how it works for you. Probably just going to be beneficial. Good idea. That's my 2 cents. So thank you for that question. Dawn Crusader 4213. What exercise do you recommend for side and rear delts? I'm getting so many deltoid questions. I'm gonna go ahead and just make a cool creative deltoid workout soon for you guys to try. Okay? That's what I'm gonna do instead of trying to answer each question over and over. Just look for that, guys. Pretty soon I'm gonna put together a creative, artistic way to blast deltoids that'll get them good and sore. All 3 heads. Okay? And that means growth. So be looking for that, guys. It's coming. Enough of you have said things. It's coming. Alright. And thank you for that. Michael Byans. Massively impressed, sir. You've gained a subscriber. Found your channel through Alpha Destiny. You remind me of Eric Bugenhagen. Well, again, thank you to Alex at Alpha Destiny. And remind you of Eric Bugenhagen. Yeah. Hey, look, any other guy who in his own kingdom of weights likes to lift ridiculous things in ways that he invented himself, practically half of them, and hey, it's all good. Nothing but respect. I enjoy watching him. I've gotten some good ideas off certain lifts that he does that I had to try myself, and I learned things, and it improved my game, and yeah. So, that's good. That's good. Nothing but respect for both those guys. Absolutely. Respect and appreciation for who they are and what they do and what they show and what they share. Nick, and thank you, Michael. It's good to have you, man. There's going to be lots of interesting stuff, I promise. Nick Craw. is the peanut butter pure natural peanut butter, or is it added oil? Pure peanut butter, organic, no added other ingredients. Our family's all organic, and we're careful with ingredients, because even organic ingredients can be bad for you. There can be piles of organic refined sugar in your food, you know, so you're still destroying your health eating organic and paying more. So not only do we eat all organic, but we read labels. We keep absolute track of everything we're putting in us, you know. And everyone else should too. You're important and you're worth it, okay? This is not something to be taken for granted. This is what you live your experience through here, and what you bring, whatever you are, through this vehicle into this world. So it's very important to keep the signals as strong as you can get them, and keep the filters unclogged, if you're catching my drift. So thank you, and good question. And you also said, you mentioned you shouldn't overeat unless you're on steroids. Do you have, and I'm not saying you should overeat on steroids, I'm just speculating that people on steroids, when they're eating 10 meals a day, more of it's getting turned into muscle. So at least they're getting something for all that overeating, whereas us natural people, I've never seen it work. You try to stuff more meals down, you may weigh a little more on the scale and not look too bad for a few days, but pretty soon you see it's fat. You're starting to get fat somewhere, and also your workouts are suffering because your whole body's just putting all its effort into digesting excessive amounts of food all day, processing it. It's more of an energy drain than it is an energy gain. So your question is, do you have any special advice specific to supporting the health and fitness of those who are taking steroids? Okay, that's a good question. Being that steroids or any other drugs are going to put some kind of extra strain on the body, the best thing I could tell you is go look at my detoxification video. That video really should be essential for everyone in this world, but because of the way the medical establishment is, I can't go around pushing it on people. But to me, everything's math. So if you're adding in something else, a little more toxicity into your body, even more for you than everybody else, it's more important to be getting more toxicity out of the body faster, right? So I recommend that video for anybody, and especially for anybody taking steroids. Some of the information in that video is really good about how to actually get your liver opened up and working again, and dumping all the poisons out of your body, processing foods and carbs and fats and all these things, your metabolism working better again, not to mention your emotions and your mind being uplifted tremendously when you learn how to purge the liver of all the toxins that are built up in it. Some of the things on that video are a little taboo, but it's fun when you see this crazy nut job go through it, because I just don't care about taboo. So go over there, guys, check out that video. It should be entertaining and enlightening, and see if you're ready to step up and do the things there. So that's my answer to that. Good question, and thank you. Enya 87. Tried this exercise, the nether row, for the first time today. Got the form wrong, but still felt nice, so this video helps a lot. I'm wondering if you have any awesome exercises for rear delts. Look for that in the upcoming deltoid video I'm obviously going to need to do. Get so many shoulder questions. I'll put together what comes from me. I'll just do a shoulder workout that comes from the nether, and it'll be creative and it'll blast all three heads big time. I'll be building something for you guys like that soon. Raylender, you are crazy and I like it. The video where you talked about how you never fit in the herd, it was like talking back to myself. Every time I find a group of people I seem to identify with, sooner or later I end up being hated or left out because I'm too radical or something. Hey, I know that, man. I'm always too radical for every environment as well. Came for your lifting videos and now I'm digging all kinds of craziness. I hope you don't disappear, man. Love you. Well, I don't plan to disappear. Sometimes I go on spur-of-the-moment nature walks and you guys may not see me for days. Don't worry, that doesn't mean that the draconian reptilian aliens stole me away or anything. I'll be back. I'm just I let my spirit take me where it will. So I'm a little unpredictable, but don't think if suddenly you don't see me for a few days, it doesn't mean I'm gone. I don't intend to disappear, because I find a lot of reward in being able to benefit any of you out there, anyone or anything on this planet, through a variety of means. That's very rewarding to me. It benefits me as well. So I love this. So I intend to only expand further into all this, my friend. And I love you too, and thank you. You watched my mental illness and other cool labels video. Yeah, I highly recommend that for anyone, okay? It's entertaining, but it's also, there's some very important points in there to think about as pertains to this society and the way things are going and the things that, the perceptions people are being given of themselves. I'd recommend anybody at least check out that video at least once, okay? And just let it, let it sit with you and see what you think. Alright, after you see the concepts therein. That looks like all the recent questions I have for right now. Like I said, if I missed anything, guys, just keep posting it till I see it and I'll answer it. I'm not avoiding any topics, okay? So thank you, everyone. That's all for now. I gotta go figure out what kind of lifts and feats of strength and circus act performances I might be doing today. May the force be with you. Until next time, and always.
So next time, do the card.